Why'd you really come on this trip?
I love you.
I love you.
I love you too. You've been chosen.
She's all dosed up on our happy pills.
We're not sinking.
We're sinking.
We're not
We are
sinking.
sinking.
Maybe these vortexes are doorways to other dimensions.
I'm not down for being killed by shadow people.
I love you.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Reflect, arriving on Digital VOD on January 9th. Prime Video, Apple TV, Google Play, Vudu, all the things. Go check it out. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. And as you see on the screen, I'm super excited, super delighted to have the star, the writer, the director, Dana Kippel. How are you, Dana?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm super excited for you as a fellow filmmaker, creative. I know how hard it is to, get our projects out there, our labor of love. And this being my first new interview of the new year, this is your feature debut. Congratulations.
Thank you.
New year, new you. Super excited for you. This just has to be wonderful right now.
Yes, it is exciting. It is my first film, and I'm nervous, but I'm excited, and I'm eagerly anticipating what people think because it's kind of different. So we'll see.
I love it. Well, I was looking at the themes. I'm super excited to finally check it out. This is like my vibe right now. I think we are all in this kind of vibe, especially at the start of the year. I'm actually half curious before we get into it more. Was the timing of this because of the themes in the films where these characters set off? Your character of Summer, they go off into the desert to kind of find themselves in a way, to release it at the beginning of the year where all of us as a people, as a society, are trying to figure out ourselves. Was that in the game plan for the release schedule?
No, but I think the universe chose it for me. So eventually my film was supposed to come out in August, and then the SAG strike happened. So we just stopped it at that time because we didn't know if that would be kind of awkward to release during that time. So my distribution company, Good Deed Entertainment, with Cranked Up Films, they were like, well, why don't we do it on the new year? And I was like, no. But then I was like, you know what, Dana, surrender and let go, practice what you preach. And I just let it happen. And it's seeming like really good timing.
I think so. It works. When I was looking at the themes, it just works. I think they were on point with that. But I know your vibes. I know because trying to get our projects out there. And last year was crazy with films and releases. So this amazing project, Reflect, your debut film. Can you tell me, pre-pro, how it all kind of came together? I know you're originally from here out on the East Coast where I'm at. I'm in DC. You went from New York to LA. Was this inspired by your move to LA in different ways? I know there's a lot deeper themes. But I'm curious, just, because that's also a new transition. Just all of that. It just seems to all kind of play together in the making of this.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that. So I did a lot of moving. I'm from New York, and then I lived in Boynton Beach, Boca Raton area for 9 years in Florida, and then I came here. I feel like this film was kind of inspired by just not feeling connected to really any community or myself or friends. And I had just filmed Hellhounds, which actually comes out the same day as my film, in Sedona, Arizona. And I was filming in Phoenix, but then I went to Sedona after to kind of rest and relax. And I was like, oh my God, I need to make a movie here. It's beautiful here. So kind of being there just inspired me. And then all my struggles with mental health and feeling lonely in Los Angeles, it all came into this movie.
I feel that. You write what you know. I think the best material, despite it being hard and difficult, when you put your life on the page, it really speaks, and it connects everyone, and it just helps in a lot of different ways. So if we can still stay on kind of the pre-pro, I know you put your heart into this, and it goes deep. If we could just, maybe talk about the process of writing this screenplay. And then you're putting on all the hats, Dana. You're not only, you're writing it, you're directing it, you're starring in it. It's, in a ways, your story in different ways, even though it's fictional. If you can just tell me about that and maybe some of the difficulties in putting your heart on the page like that.
Yeah. So with pre-production, so I wrote this right after I acted in that other film, Hellhounds. I literally wrote it in like August, September 2021. I got the funding in October 2021, and we filmed it in December 2021. So it was literally like almost no prep time, went right into filming. It's almost like I just threw up this movie. And like, my next film, I'm going to do a lot more pre-production, but it kind of just worked. Like the film kind of just flowed. The money came in, which I was not expecting. Everything just seemed to happen so fast. And yeah, as far as putting myself on the page, I've always been a person, maybe this is a bad thing, I don't know, but like, I'm very much myself. I don't really think how people are going to react. So it was very easy to be honest and write about my story. I think it's more now I'm nervous to see what people think. Now that it's already done. I never think about it when I'm doing it.
Was there any part of it that was difficult? Or a piece in there? Without spoiling for anybody that's going to check it out.
Yeah, well, on the pre-production side, I will say, even though it all flowed easily, like I woke up every day with doubt, like, will we get the money? Like, because we did crowdfunding. I got one investor to invest, and then I got some donations. And every day I was, nervous. But what kept me going was I just knew the film was going to get made. It was like this weird thing where I just saw it and I envisioned it. And even though I had worry and doubt, I was what was stronger was the vision for the film happening, if that makes any sense. But every day was hard. I had doubt and fears, and I would meet people that would be like, you should go to film school and put that money in film school, or like, you should make a short. So I had a lot of negativity thrown at me. When you choose to do something bold, people are going to be mean, and you'll have supporters, but the negative people get to you more. So anyway, yeah, that process was hard. And then filming the film was hard, because just learning like how to set boundaries as a woman and not come off as a bitch, like that's not an easy thing.
Wow. You know what? I feel that. But I love the female empowerment, and I love the cast. And you passed the Bechdel test. I was looking in the press notes. Amazing.
Yes.
So can we talk about that casting and putting the crew together? Did you even have a female crew as well? To help with
no. I mean, I love supporting women, but I also love supporting men. So my crew was a lot of guys who were on my crew. I did have women on my crew, but we had a male cinematographer who was great, male grip and gaffer, but they each had a feminine side to them, and everyone has a divine feminine side in them. And I love them all. And everyone did a great job, crew and cast.
I love it.
They were all my friends, so that was really fun working with them.
I love it. There was a little bit of lag there, so I don't know if you heard me, but we're good. We're back on point.
Okay.
You put this team together,
Yes.
and you put everybody into the roles, and you decide to act in it. Was that always your vision, even though you wrote it and you're going to direct it? But did you know that you wanted to also play the lead in this?
It naturally happened. So I direct more to like storytell, not to act, but it just naturally fell into place. I felt like I kind of was writing it with myself in mind, but it wasn't intentional, if that makes any sense. It kind of just happened, and it was fun. My next film I'm not going to act in, but I loved it, and I'll act in other people's films.
I feel that. All right. So talk to me about your cast and putting this together, and then we'll talk about, the nitty gritty about the film.
Yeah. So Grace Patterson, she was a very close friend of mine. So she was perfect for Katie. I wrote it for her. Her cousin who plays Annie, Marissa, she is like a goddess. She is such a great actor who plays Annie, because she's not like that in real life. Like every other girl is like that, how their character is. But Marissa is actually very bubbly and quirky. And in the film, she came off more like depressive, and that's not her. So everyone should cast Marissa Patterson. And then Ariana, a great friend of mine now. I met her through Audrey Middleton, who was on Big Brother, through a friend of mine. And then Jadelyn, I just have been friends with since I moved to LA, and she is in acting and music. So that's kind of how the cast came together. And then my boyfriend at the time, Ryan Connell, played Beal, who's the guy that kind of hosts the whole thing. So he was I slammed him in there.
Awesome. So did that just make things easier for your first film to come together?
Yeah, as I said, it came together really fast. I didn't have much of a casting process. It was mostly friends. I casted like a few people, like Perry, who plays my mother at the end, my birth mom. She's someone I casted. It was very important for me to have a birth mom that kind of maybe looked like me and had my essence. And I love how she played the role. So she was someone I actually did cast, as well as Campbell Crates, who played Anana, who I really like. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it came together and now we have it. Again, everybody, it's available on digital video on demand, January 9th on Prime Video, Apple TV, Google Play, Vudu, all the things. Go check it out. Dana Kippel, y'all. All right, so let's talk about it. You play Summer. You wrote, directed this. You have this amazing cast and crew. Tell me how this film is, give me kind of a log line, if you will, about the film for the people watching.
Yeah. So what I can say is these 5 women coming from all different backgrounds, and they're friends, but they also have a lot of complexities in their friendships, like most females do. They take a road trip to Sedona, Arizona, where Summer has told them about a spiritual obstacle course. And once they get there, a lot of their traumas resurge, and there are these mysterious hooded figures following them. And we will find out more why that is by watching the film.
There you go. So a little bit of a sci-fi thriller, y'all. If you saw the trailer like right before we got going, really wild. I kind of like the nuance, and I'm kind of a club head, so the music was like really getting me. And I was looking at the notes too. If we can spotlight the EDM.
Yes, Kaivan. Yeah, so Kaivan, I found him randomly on Instagram, and I think he's kind of like in the recovery community, because I've dabbled in the recovery community since I was 21, and he's very into spirituality too. So I just thought his song would be perfect, and it's a perfect theme of "I love you" for the film, because that's kind of like one of the film's main messages is our inner selves screaming to our outer selves, "I love you," like, hey, remember me, your inner child, like, come visit me, work on me. And kind of like, there's so many things we don't want to look at. Why the movie is called Reflect. Things we don't want to look at will always reflect in other people. And you have to work on those things so that they stop reflecting in other people. And you can fully see people from an objective point by not judging them, by not perceiving them. And I think you can shine and other people can shine. Important. Yeah.
I love it. We got a little bit shaking again there, but you were just laying it down right there. I love it. And I love the title of this film, by the way, Reflect. I am a former club head who's now a father, husband, and I'm really chilling in my life now, and I'm happy. And I was happy then too, but I knew that could have led into other things. And so I really feel the vibe of this, and I'm so excited to watch it, Dana. Was this, again, I don't know if I skipped this question earlier, but like you moved to New York, then you said you went to Florida, then you went to LA.
Yes.
A little bit of your story in a lot of different ways, but it's your character of Summer. But what was I getting at? So was this always, were you already like a kind of a club head a little bit? Or were you like, did you get into the craziness of LA? Like, or like, what was I'm curious of your journey in this,
Yes, I'm very open about my journey. Let me know if I free. So I was addicted to drugs and alcohol from the age of 14 to 21. I was a club head back then. I'm 34 now. When I got to LA, thank God, I was, sober. I had a good head on my shoulders. I didn't fall into anything here, which is, I think, why I've worked so hard to get where I am in the last 3 years. But yeah, I had a really hard journey. I had a lot of trauma in my childhood and mental health issues and bullying, all these things. And it led into, using drugs to cover that up. And once I turned 21, I actually started working in mental health for 9 years, trying to give back to people like the people that I felt like saved my life. And then eventually doing that, I wasn't happy anymore. Every industry has their issues. And in the health industry, I was only helping people who could afford to be helped. And I didn't really like that. Yeah. People with health insurance, and that's great and everything, but I just didn't feel called there anymore. So I moved into art where I can help everyone, because buying a movie for $4.99 is a lot cheaper than $100,000 treatment.
I love that. So well said, Dana. That's why I'm doing this now. I've been involved with acting and filmmaking, but like, even more so now. And then talking to you, because as creators, as filmmakers, it's hard to get a film out there. So I'm like, you know what? In my downtime, I'm gonna highlight and talk to other creatives like yourself and, show love. So that is absolutely beautiful, Dana. That is amazing. Again, congrats to you on Reflect. Everybody, check out Reflect, available on January 9th on Prime Video, Apple TV, Google Play, Vudu. Check it out. It's so cool. I can't wait to watch it. It's such a pleasure chatting with you, Dana. But before I let you go, I know this is your debut, but when I was looking at the press kit, you were putting in work at the rest of the year, last year. Like, you got some projects coming. How can we check you out, follow you, and support you as these come along? And please come back to talk about those things.
Of course. You can follow me at Dana.thealien on Instagram. I'm also LinkedIn as Dana Kippel, and reflectmovie.com for more about the movie. So I acted in a movie called Hellhounds, which actually comes out January 9th, the same day my film comes out. And then I also directed a short film about drug addiction called Damaged, which will hopefully hit the festivals later this year. And then my next film, Anana, is a science fiction film I'm filming in the summer. So I'm really excited about that. And it's female forward as well.
I love it. I love it. Dana, amazing. Congrats again. Everybody, I'm going to have all of Dana's links in the description below. And when those projects come, please come back. Let me chat you up.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much.
Everybody, Dana Kippel, Reflects, available on January 9th on all things Prime Video, Apple TV, Google Play, Vudu. It's your boy, Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Justin? Yes. Yep. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Justin. Hello, Dana. Pleasure to chat with you.
You too.
I'm excited. First interview of the new year. I love it. So congratulations on your project.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited.
Gotta be exciting times. All right. I'm going to insert the trailer right before our conversation. So I'm gonna do a 3, 2, 1 to help me with my edit, and we'll just have fun chatting about this film for the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. Good on mine. All right. And again, thank you, Justin. All right. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.